Hello everybody, it's MAGMA and I'm here with a 2002 LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're taking a look at the 7163 Republic Gunship. It was released in 2002 for the release of the Attack of the Clones. It came with 686 pieces. It came also with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minifigures, so that's pretty cool. And used to retail for $90 US. It's a pretty big set, honestly. It doesn't have that many pieces, but it was kind of overpriced for the time. But at the end, other side, like the Republic Gunship was kind of the pretty big highlight of the movie, the Attack of the Clones, and obviously you got a bunch of clones, so that was also a pretty cool highlight. It's a pretty collectible LEGO set nowadays because it comes with a bunch of exclusive minifigures. The Droidica not so much. The 2 battle droids are exclusive to this set. The 4 clone troopers can also only be bought in the expensive ATTE Walker, which ends up being pretty much just as expensive as this set, so these clones are pretty hard to come by. And obviously the Jedi Knight, or Jedi Bob, however you want to call him, is exclusive to this set, which makes him so much cooler, and which makes this set also so much more expensive, especially nowadays. A lot of collectors try to get this set, and it is a pretty expensive set to come by. So taking a look at the minifigures, I'm actually going to go ahead and close them up because I don't have my thing to show the minifigures anymore, so I'm going to have to show them with my hands like I used to back in the days. But you do have, first up, a cool old Droidica model. It's missing the blasters, I know, but I don't have those at the moment. But this is the old Droidica model. It's decent. You can sort of fold him up if you want. Doesn't really work. Oh my god, I'm already breaking it. Damn. Yeah, it kind of folds up and you can kind of roll him. But yeah, it's not really a big highlight. It's kind of just like a small little build that comes with the set. Then we come by the 2 metal blue super battle droids, which I have always been in love with this minifigure. I'm not too sure why. I think it's just because it's rare and old. These are just literally simple battle droids, but in a blue metallic painting. So they are pretty expensive. They do end up at around around $15 each. So yeah. And what's nice that they're blue is that in the movie when you see them they are actually blue, which makes so much more sense to have them blue. I never understood why they changed back to gray, which makes them so much more boring, I guess. So yeah, so that's really cool. Next up we have all 4 clone troopers. I'm just going to show you one. He does have a pretty cool torso printing. He comes with one of those old blasters. Pretty cool regular torso printing. The only thing that's exclusive to him is the helmet, because this torso printing we saw it for the 2005 Revenge of the Sith clone trooper torsos as well. And obviously it's one of those helmets which have holes inside. So yeah. Pretty cool minifigure, honestly. One of my favorite minifigures of all time. And you do get 4 of those, so you can definitely start army building. And then you have the Jedi Knight, or Jedi Bob, however you want to call him. And he has a very nice torso printing. He has a green lightsaber. Pretty cool face. He's kind of just smiling there. And no back torso printing. The cape is new, which I appreciate so much from the seller who I got this from. So yeah. So that's actually it for the minifigures. Very, very happy to have all those minifigures at last. It's been so long that I've been wanting to get this set. So yeah, you can't go wrong with the minifigures. You have an old exclusive Jedi Knight, a bunch of old clone troopers, some exclusive battle droids, which finally makes battle droids have some sort of value, or at least something that makes them a little bit more special, and then a Droidica, so that's kind of fine with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the LEGO set. So we're going to move on to the fun features and have a look around at the set at this point. So we will be using all 4 clone figures, I believe. The first 2 clones go up here in the cockpit area, and it's not as well designed as I hoped it could be, but it's still a really good design. We still have to remember that this set was all the way back from 2002, and when you really look at all the other sets released in that year, it's really up there with the better sets. So, you know, you can just fit in the clones. There's no control panels or anything. It's just, I mean, there is like small printed pieces, as you can tell, but it's pretty basic compared to both other gunships. There's really not a lot going on, and these aren't even like clone pilots. These are just regular clone troopers standing in for pilots, because they didn't have like variants at the time. And as you can take a look here on the side of the ship, you can tell that there's a few stickers. Lucky for me, I got a new sticker sheet, so replaced all these stickers over there. There you go. And then you have obviously the bubble turret guns, which do move a bit. They don't move too much, but you can have some fun with them. Here on the side, compared to the other gunships, there's nothing. It's really just open, and there, as you can see, there's some hinges, and that's actually hinting on to the next fun feature, which is the weirdest fun feature of this entire set, and what makes this gunship so specifically odd, I guess. Here's the look from the front. It really doesn't look that bad. Compared to what I thought this gunship could be, it's really a really good design for its time. So what you can do is you can open up this, like this, and then open the hinges, like this, and you have a tiny control center. So this is really a weird feature. You can take away this crate, which this crate is connected by a magnet piece, and if you open it, you have a little tray with some tools in there, so you can have your clone troopers repairing the gunship. Here, I'll take one. And if I focus in a little bit closer, you can tell that there's several little control panels which are printed. So you can have your clone trooper here fixing whatever's in the gunship. So the front internal area is dedicated to having this crate and some little control panels, and there's a little bit of space here, a little bit of table work. So if you wanted to leave some stuff here, I guess that could work. You could close it up. And you do have a little bit of a look to the internals. So you could have a clone trooper here inside. There's a little bit of space, not so much, but enough to put like 2 or 3 clone troopers there. So, you know, just gonna close this back up. Love these old magnets in the old Lego sets. So then you just close up the hinges, and it is kind of hard to get the crate there, but once it comes in, then you just bring down the cockpits, and that just locks it down, and then there you go. So that's kind of like the really weird fun feature about this set. That's kind of it. Here, taking a look at the side, you can tell that there's this little bit of a line here. That's due to the cockpit hinge fun feature. So we have the bubble turrets. Now these are like the really old version of the bubble turrets, not the 2013 sharp looking, so they're pretty basic, honestly. You just fit your clone trooper there. I'm not even going to bother with the blue controls, and then the bubble just opens up and down. And it does have a nice little print, by the way. And yeah, that's kind of the only look you're going to be able to get. So going a little bit more up here, we have some crate, or at least some compartments. This one has some oil for your gunship. I'm not sure what for, but the oil tank, always nice to get. There you go. Little Republic emblem. And if we take a look at the inside, I'm actually going to pull out the bubble turret for this because it might be just easier. Okay, bubble turret won't come off. Yeah, the old hinges are like really hard to remove. But I can open the door, which, by the way, these are the gunship doors. Similar to the 2013 one, you can't really like completely close it up. There's always space for the bubble turrets, so it's like a half door. You can still just pull it up. And here's a look at the full-on internal space. So here at the back, you do have a little control panel to have your clone trooper. Okay, that's an issue. This gray piece right here doesn't allow you to put clone troopers in the middle because of their helmets, because they're too tall. So that's kind of an issue. But there's a little control panel, and then here's 2 blasters, and on the other side 2 other blasters, which are obviously there to arm the clone troopers. Not really going to bother doing that, but you guys get the point. It's pretty straightforward. And here's a look at some more internal space. So you can fit more clone troopers, and this is, I think, why they left this like space a little bit more below, like this. So you can fit some troopers in the middle and around, but you know, there's more. I believe there's more space than the 2008 gunship, but there's way more space in the 2013 gunship compared to both of these. So yeah, that's about it for the internals. Really, again, these old sets, what you see is what you get compared to like the newer Lego sets where like you have like hidden fun features all around the place. These old sets is really like what you see is what you get, and I'm not complaining about that, but I'm not gonna like praise it or anything. So yeah, taking a look here at the upper part, we have it's decently sleek for its time actually, now that I think about it. As you can tell, there's not much going on. You could open this up. I'm not really too sure what that leads you to. Oh, right. I remember this. I remember building this. There's a look at the engines. So if you want to have like your clone troopers repair your engines, there's like some tube works, and then some pipes, and I'm guessing this is like not the hyperdrive, but like the engine, the fuel, something like that. So that's pretty cool. And then here we have another printed piece. It's this piece here on the top. I'm really not too sure what it's there for, because I thought it was like to like pull up the set, but it's too. If this actually was a handle, it's like too far behind. So when you're carrying up your gunship is like literally falling forward. So I'm not too sure what it's for, but you can just pull it out like this and put it back into place. So that's that. There's no flick fires, there's no fun features. It's plain old Lego. So pulling out a bit. Let's have a look at the engines. They have some stickers here, as you can tell. And focus a bit more. There's more stickers right over here. Again, brand new stickers. And here's a look at the other bubble turrets. So in the old, or at least in this old gunship, you can't actually put minifigures in these bubble turrets because they sort of fall. There's nothing like to actually hold the minifigure. There's literally just a hole compared to like the new gunships where you can have some little seats and fit the figures inside. This one just has plain up holes. So, yep. Turn the set around. We have a look at the back of the gunship. So, actually has a pretty cool back. Once again, the engine's pretty decent. You have another one of those bubble turrets which doesn't have a lot of mobility, and here you have a printed piece which obviously has a nice little back look. My only issue with this set is that if I bring the camera a bit more down, we have a look at the real back part, which is completely open, and there's like different shades of green, a bunch of blue pieces, some red, so you really have a look at, I don't know, it's very not aesthetic. The issue with this set is that it's mostly a collector's display set, and it can only be displayed in like a few angles, so that's kind of the issue. I mean, it's definitely a play set, but it's a bit more of a fragile play set, so because like children who are obviously much younger are going to break this set pretty easily because it's not very sturdy. So yeah, and then again on this side, same stuff, sticker, printed piece. So that's the kind of vibe we get here. I didn't show you guys too much the sliding doors, which is a fun, one of like the more important fun features. But yeah, they just open up and close up, but they're like installed so far back that you can really have like full-on access to the internals without even having to like open or close the doors, which is fun with me, but it definitely might irritate some people who are looking for this gunship to be more precise, which if anything, it's not very precise in terms of like detailing and accuracy to the actual vehicle. So the real big waste of space in this set, or like the real issue with this set, is that you're wasting a lot of the internal space that the other two gunships. I think one of them had like a medical pod, and then the 2013 one had a bunch of space to like put some missiles and then fit a bunch of minifigures here. And this one wastes it using these hinges, or like this whole hinge system, to be able to open the front, which in a way, if you do enjoy this like opening front feature, then definitely it's fine. But if you're like me, which you're really never going to be using it, then it is kind of a waste of space. So it really depends on what you're looking for. But overall, that's a review of the 2002 Old Republic Gunship. Definitely long-awaited set to have in my collection, and very happy to finally have it here with me. It's so cool that you do get 4 Clone Trooper minifigures, because it really just completes the set. You can really have like figures, or at least Clone Troopers, everywhere. Take a look at the rest of the minifigures that you do get. It's definitely always nice to get a Droidica, and then the exclusive battle droids are really cool, and obviously the exclusive Jedi Knight is also a very nice inclusion. So overall, you're really getting a lot of collector's items in this set. And if you're looking more for like a playset, then definitely go and take a look at the other 2 Republic Gunships. This one is mostly a collector's items now, but it still could be a fun playset. I really feel like I could still have a lot of fun with this if I was back in my younger years. But nowadays I feel like it's just going to be a nice thing to have on my shelf next to my 2003 ATTE. So yeah. So guys, that is going to be it for this LEGO Star Wars review. Please leave a comment and some feedback in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time here on the MAGMA channel for another great LEGO Star Wars review. Bye bye.